You've got to freshen something up. I also think it will benefit the other guys, and predominantly the best players, and we're talking Matthews and Nylander and Riley, because there's an element of like staleness to them in the market too, right? It's just been 9 years of the same, and core for this and core for that, where if there is a tangible change where, let's say, Marner goes and maybe Tavares goes, and there's just a different group in there. Yes, Matthews is going to be on the marquee every night.
Yeah.
And he's worthy of that. He's their captain, their best player, highest paid guy. You know, he's been the franchise really since they won the lottery. And Willie's a great player that continues to put up great numbers. Those guys are always, if you're a superstar, you're at the forefront. You can't escape that. But it will almost, in a way, I think, freshen their storyline up a little bit in this city. If you take Marner and Tavares off, because the four of them have collectively just played together also for 7 years.
Yeah.
In different combinations, but they're always together.
But they've got to take, to be honest, if you come back to one word, they take ownership of it now. It's not 4, it might be 2.
Mm-hmm.
That, you know, you were paying these 2 guys. Now,
If
again,
you are staying, you got to put up or shut up now.
Austin's been handed to sea. You know, it's his. This is his team.
Mm-hmm.
He's to take ownership of it, and so I think you're right. Like if Mitch and or John, I'm not convinced it's both of them. I do believe that.
See, that's kind of what I'm getting at with that question. Is I think the Tavares decision, if I were running the team, is really hard. I don't know what I'd do. Because, like, at some point, like, you got to change. Like,
yes,
he's a good player.
Yeah.
But do you need to change? And forget about, like, age and position and, like, all and playoffs.
Right.
I don't know. Like, how much change do you need?
I would be fine with, again, easier said than done. I don't know the number or term. Really, it's the number. The term might be a moot point based on, you know, their ability to flex their financial. You know.
But let me ask you, because I know where you stand on this. Say he came to you and he said, like, whatever you wanted me to sign, I'll sign. Aside from, like, something silly. Like, he's not signing this Spezza deal, right?
Mm-hmm.
Would you do it? Or would you just be like, you know what? You're a great player. You've been a great player here. We got to change.
Is it tied to the Marner decision, though?
No. It's just, we know, let's say we assume he's leaving.
Okay.
And you know that.
I think I would move off both guys. Like, I would just be in a position where it takes a lot of courage. There's a lot of unknown out there. You know, like, John comes with stability. John's going to play. John's a really good player. He's going to score a lot of goals. And during the regular season, he's a professional that when you play on a sleepy Tuesday against a team and the other guys aren't playing, he may show up and be like, you know what, I'm getting 2 and we're winning tonight.
Yeah.
And there's a lot of value in that.
Mm-hmm.
But I would go with the extreme, like the nuclear version of change in terms of the core 4. Like, I would move off both. This is your opportunity. It's ripping the Band-Aid off. It's not uncomfortable. It's not asking someone to waive something.
Yeah.
Right? It's fresh. It's here. And I think, again, what needs to be remembered is, like, they have given these players ample opportunities. They've been here a long time.
Mm-hmm.
Like, through the time frame and the lens of sports, 9 years for Marner and 7 for Tavares is a long, long time.
It is.
And they've turned over everybody else in the organization. The GMs have changed. The coaches have changed. Literally every other player on the team. Literally.
Yeah.
Every other player has
Riley.
flipped, and in many ways multiple times, except for Riley. There's the 5 guys.
Right.
Every other player has come and gone and flipped, and they've tried different variations. And, you know, it's worked in some ways, and yet it hasn't worked in the ultimate way. So I would take that voyage. I would just look at it and say, I still have Matthews, I still have Nylander, I still have Nyes. I've got a defense that I actually think he opened the door to continuing to change with his comments today. And I got my 2 goalies, and I got Berube behind the bench.
Well,
let's see what's out there via trade, via signing. Maybe Easton Cowan's a part of the program next year, and let's freshen this up and try to go a different direction.
I understand what you're saying. I might be even more creative with this. If he decides that he wants to stay, and you say, okay, it's Max Domi's contract. What does Max make?
375, yeah.
A couple years.
That's a 4-year
stretch it
deal.
out, so he's got 3 left. But you put him in that spot, and then you find a spot for Max Domi.
Like, you move off Max Domi.
Move off because what it does Is it place like I'm just looking again, you make a great point because we've got 9 years of data. But I'm looking at what you just said. You got to make the playoffs and you want to place as high as you can in the standings, and on a sleepy Tuesday, John Tavares might give that to you. So we're talking about depth. You move him from the top 6 down to the bottom 6. Tavares, what I'm talking about.
Yep.
That's a hell of a player on a value contract. That again, there's baggage because of what's gone on, and
the
that's
DNA,
where you're
the
pointing.
DNA.
Yeah.
But that's an upgrade in that hole. If you can again find a landing spot for an up, I would view Tavares as an upgrade on Domi because you're sliding him into
sure.
But
you also have to like
hole.
project what he is before is not what you're looking at. You're trying to
100%.
say like 35, 36, 37. Like what is he?
But if we were just doing this,
He's
if you're looking at
100%, yeah.
If you're looking at a 2-year window, regardless of the contract length, player A or player B, Tavares or let's say Domi,
Oh, yeah.
who are you taking?
Okay, let me
No
throw
question.
this out. Player C, Jonathan Taves.
Well, I saw that, and the 37.
But he's going to return. He said 100% committed to playing again in the league.
I mean, you got to look at it, but I still think you
I
need a
don't
number
think
2.
that's
Like,
Yeah.
Well, you're saying Tavares won't be the number 2, though.
no.
Like in your scenario, he's in the bottom
and,
6.
And Taves wouldn't be either.
No, of course not.
So
He's
my
not a
point
second-line
is
center.
you can have a combination of Taves on your team, but you're still going after
I don't
player
know who
X,
that person is.
Braden Shan or somebody. It's a trade because it's not a free agency. I don't think it is, unless
No,
Matt
I
Duchene
mean,
is going.
Duchene, yeah. I mean, Sam Bennett, people keep... obviously, he's a guy that could be available.
You're,
but
you're right. But again, Sam Bennett, there would probably be nights where you go, if Tavares stayed, I'll play Tavares ahead of Bennett in certain scenarios.
Yeah, that's what'll happen.
For sure in the
Right,
regular
for sure.
season,
But,
for sure.
when push comes to shove, I wasn't even going down the Bennett road. I was looking.
I'm just
at
saying,
other
like, he
players,
could be a free agent, could be available.
right. Yeah. But we're playing the woulda, coulda, shoulda game.
No,
But I understand what you're saying. When it comes back to the word DNA, change is ripping the Band-Aid off, and you have the ability to do it right now without asking people to wait.
not uncomfortable.
Right.
Yeah, and then there's they're like this.
It just is. It is a little uncomfortable, isn't it? Like you have the guy basically saying, "I will stay. I want to stay."
Yeah, but you
And then
could
you're
also
like-
challenge that, right? You could really, okay. Do you want to stay? You can't have this special deal, and you can stay. Do you think he wants to stay at that? So of course, like I want to
Fair.
stay, but I don't. I
for the
still
right
got to make a
money.
lot of money. Yeah, like let's.
Yeah.
You got to be honest about it. Wants to stay as long as he gets paid a certain amount of money, which he's entitled to. He's a free agent. He's a pro. He's a really good player.